We record. Okay, man. We here, man. Wait a second. Let me do this real quick, man. I'm trying to get a little bit more professional. Alright, now one time for y'all mind, two times for the grind, three times just cause it rhyme, man. Man, I'm here with MpMadMax. I'm talking about one of the most official artists, man, that I'm seeing coming up because
Thank you.
look, before I even start this, man, one of my number one questions is like, who are some of your influences, like, as far as in this rapping? Because, man, the style and the flow and the flavor that I hear you kicking, man, this shit had to be influenced from somewhere, man. It ain't just, I know it's natural, but man, this had to be influenced from somewhere.
Okay, so honestly, my influences are like I'm a big Drake fan, so I listen to Drake all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like tell a story on my beats like him. Big Crit, I look up to Big Crit because he got that southern flow. I just like that southern style, so I'm into a lot of Houston artists too because I just like that southern flavor. So just stuff that sounds like that, Big Crit, Pimp C, people like that, they influence me because I like that. You know, they beats. It's they beats, and you kind of can slide with making trash music if you got a good beat. But I'm not saying that music trash. I'm just saying in general.
Nah, it's for business. It's for business. I mean, it's a lot of trash music out there. Let's keep it real. And at the level that you coming in with the talent wise and the lyric wise, and let's keep it real. You're doing a lot of shit talking as well, but it's so smooth with it. Like,
Yeah,
you feel me? Like, so
yeah.
it gotta be a little bit of like battling in it too. So like when you first started rapping or whatever, like what you started out freestyling or where that competitive type vibe come with it too, with that chip on your shoulder. Like, I mean, you got that '90s feel too with it.
Um, hold on, I had some problem. Oh yeah. So basically, it's like I feel that way because it's like a lot of men that rap the way I rap. I don't really rap like the other women that are like famous at the time, like at this time in these times. They rap about sex and stuff, so that's where my competitive side come from. Just battling against men. I got a little brother that raps, so in a sense, women have to go two times harder. Not saying that I do or whatever. I'm just saying I have to be harder because I'm doing the same thing as men. I'm in a different lane than other women that rap. So that's why I rap like I rap. I talk shit because, you know, shit, I'm a woman and I'm in the game with the niggas. I'm rapping like the dudes. I'm not rapping like the women. So that's why I feel like I'm competitive in that sense.
I feel it. I feel it. Oh man, a track stood out to me that I got a chance to go back and check out. And man, salute on the anniversary to your album. What actually? What day?
Oh,
What day was it?
yeah. That was April 17th.
April 17th, man, for shit show. And what was the name of the album one more time so people can go check that out?
Stop crying, start hustling.
That's a big. See,
So yeah,
I did a little interview with Holly with the Eye, man. It tripped me out because he was like, man, an anniversary just passed with MP Mad Max. He said I was jamming her shit this day. He was like, you know what I'm saying? She just shared it again. So regardless of what
yeah.
you know, man, it's a lot of people like tapped in listening to you. Like especially man, you got major love from the artists around. I ain't gonna cap with you. Like all the artists I fuck with, they all mention you. You know what I'm saying? They all mention you and speak highly of you. So that song "Believe in Me."
Yeah.
Second man, just let me know like where you was mentally when you put it out, cause they feeling it. They was sharing it crazy on Facebook. I put like a little clip. They been sharing it and they been sharing the official video. So where you was at when you put that down?
Around that time, I was just like struggling financially. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like in a sense, when you're struggling financially, you need people to do things for you. They treat you a certain type of way. So that was just some of the stuff I was facing. I was living in Louisiana, just trying to come up, basically. And I'm like, I'm working a regular job. It's not for me. I'm like, I want to take this rap stuff to the next level. Serious. So I dropped that. That was that. The single off an album I had on there is not on there no more, but that was a single off an album I had out, and that's just something I dropped because I'm like, man, I'm in a messed up situation. People looking down on me, and I'm just like, believe in me, because I'm gonna make it. And needless to say, I came out to Texas, and I'm doing better. So I'm like, that was a motivation type song for anybody who just going through something financially, need to get up, get on their feet.
For real, man. Don't whine it out. Don't cry about it, man. Get up and grind about this shit. And
That's
man, that's
right.
powerful that you speaking on it like that because even with being a rapper, because you got a lot of the street rappers coming out now, and I'm not taking nothing from because a lot of them is like full time in the street and they street rapping they doing in the street. But for the average person, man, that does have to work a job and does have to kind of spread their hustle around in order for them to continue to believe in their dream, man, it takes somebody like you speaking on it in that way.
Right.
And I thank God I got a chance to meet you, man, working, like you said. And man, we spoke about this, man, years ago. And then now
Hmm.
you can follow your movement and salute to you too, because I know it has to cost money, but it seems like you be very strategic with your musical career. Like as far as the photos that you take, as far as how seriously you take yourself, you're not doing no antics. You're not even like coming with nothing that's unprofessional at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I appreciate that.
I got to salute you and commend you. So I mean, speak on that, like even the struggle behind it, because I know it has to take like a major investment that you probably still haven't financially reaped the full rewards of. So what keep you consistent? What motivates you to stay in that mode? And then with not necessarily getting the actual monetary gains at this time.
So I think the first major thing I ever paid for was like I was on an album with OT Genesis. I don't know if you know who that is, but he sang that song. It wasn't an album, it was a mixtape, and he was like doing a showcase of artists. So I sent him my money, and you have to take risk when it comes to stuff like that because you could be getting scammed. Because I've got scammed by a lot of people pretending to be somebody, and people will say I'm not gonna get scammed, but then they make the shit so believable. It's hard, and I'm like, I work with him. That really pushed me a lot because I'm like, he mainstream. I'm mainstream, but I'm not famous mainstream. I'm
And you
mainstream like
talking
my
about
music is on
you
Apple.
talking about push open
Yeah,
business. Yeah, I
yeah,
just want to see people when they tap in, and I want them because people be playing like they be slow and stuff. OT Genesis, you remember where you at, right? Continue, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I worked with him and that pushed me. But with my pictures, I'm just really into like fashion. It's just stuff that look good, stuff that smell good, aesthetics. So that's how I model my career around that. I like the way stuff looks. So if something look pretty, I'll post it on my page. That's how people they gonna look if it's something that's interesting. Some people don't usually see, and I feel like every day I see shit that people don't see because I'm in the city, and I'm not from the city. I'm not even used to it. I see different stuff every day, so I try to post my pictures like that and make it like
It's motivation.
basically how the famous people do that shit. How famous people do it. I look at their stuff and I'm like, okay, because in a way you need them as a guide because some of them they do antics, but antics that's just not my thing. I'm a person. I'm a serious person. I want to be seen as a businesswoman, so I do my stuff like that. Even though I got my face my face tattoo, whatever. I'm like, even when I got that hoe, it was like for a reason. I'm like, okay, I don't want to work for nobody. So this motivate me to continue to do what I want to do for me and be a business woman in my area, work in my area, and not have to work no 9 to 5 before nobody. So that's why I'm just real strategic with everything because I want to be seen as a businesswoman.
Yeah. Okay, since I abruptly and rudely cut you off while going. I apologize about that.
That's
So
okay.
for the people that's tapping in, when you're getting ready to invest and then you've dealt with certain scams in the past, this right here was where you was the exact point where you were when I had cut you off. Okay, so what went on and motivated you to go ahead and invest into getting into that mixtape or showcase with OT Genesis through all that? Like, because you have to. What people don't be understanding is I got people right now that's hitting me up about logos, and I'm because man, if I spend that money and I don't get my logo, it's gonna be a problem. You feel me? But
Right, right, right.
so on that situation, man, like around what time did you decide to do that? And then what made you go ahead and like, man, you know what? I don't you ain't gotta tell us like we ain't pocket watching. It don't really matter how much money you had to spend because you gotta spend to believe in your dream. So what made
Right.
you go through with it, even with the fact of the matter, like, damn, this could be a whole scam out here, and I got bills and shit.
Just the fact that you have to take risks to make money. It's like I already done took these risks and lost money. I'm like, okay, what's losing this? I already done lost and losing, but you gotta lose to gain. That's my main mindset and thoughts in my head. You have to lose to gain.
Damn.
Cause at a point in time, you feel like you're losing a lot, but you're not paying attention to what you actually are gaining. You may be losing stuff that's like materialistic, but I'm not a materialistic type of person. I don't give a damn about money. Of course, everybody want to make money because you have to live, but I don't really care about money. If I was rich, I wouldn't be the person that's just like buying shit and being flashy. I'd be helping people. So my thing is, what is it? What is that? What is this money? Okay, I lost this money. You gonna get money back, but do you get the opportunity again? That's how I think. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Even if it's fake or real, do you get that again? Will you be able to do this again?
for
So
real. Nah, what really kind of locked me in, and I've been tapped into your movement, period, point blank. But save my soul, you know. Still trying to sleep, man, but we ain't letting them sleep. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Tyrell Bell, man. He hit me up just a second
that's
too
my
late.
dog right there.
But I'm glad because like he want to fuck with the podcast. But I did need just you. I wanted to bring him in. But you know I'm a very respectful person anyway. Since I did let you know at first, but man, he speak highly of you 24/7.
Yeah,
And
that's my boy.
nah, for sure, for sure.
I
And if
met
I
y'all around the same time, honestly.
and a great. Oh yeah, I mean I could shoot him the link. You feel me? Like he said, he got his internet and shit working, and I know that you were speaking about podcasting as well. And I was going to get into that, but I try to be structured now. You know, I'm not the best interviewer, and I'm still learning, but I try to
You
stay
do a
structured.
good job, man.
Nah, 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 for real. Appreciate that, but we got to stay humble always. That one
Oh
thing.
yeah,
I don't want to get humble no more from God, man. Like,
that's
man,
right.
for real, getting humble, that's the most fucked up situation. So
I
say
respect that, but you can be humble and still know that you good at something. That's I feel like I'm humble, but I know I can rap.
oh
So
man,
you you
you a dog
you
for that.
humble, but I know you can interview. You a good interviewer. Some
Appreciate
people are just meant for certain things.
Nah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So man, give it to us on that save my soul. Like, and then that's why I love interviews because man, as an artist, and when you putting down the music, you got to do it in a metaphoric way. And then it's very, very strategic because I was an artist, you feel me? And I still am. I still do a little bit of dabbling with writing and shit. But it's like you're able to subconsciously you able to do certain spiritual things with music that's kind of weird and spooky, but even on that save my soul, like you spitting it, man, as a fellow rapper, like I'm like, damn, like she doing her shit with it. And it's like, man, you can tell that you rapping, that you have your soul and you have a purpose in life, and that you're not trying to mislead individuals. But it's
That's
like
right.
damn, like it's like okay, even the artists such as you, and that's why I hit you up and I'll be like, man, never change, never change. You know what I'm saying? On the spiritual side, most people might not get it.
Right.
Like, even if they're not necessary or they weren't, because we speaking this to existence, they finna be supporting like a motherfucker. So with artists such as you, the reason that I be wanting people to support y'all is because Like if y'all aren't buying it when they giving it to y'all like real and teaching y'all children and shit like that, don't look crazy when somebody does offer them $1 million and then they start rapping about straight booty popping or whatever the case may be. It's fucked up to me because you see these artists on they rise underground and they giving you scriptures. They giving you the truth, the realness. And then on the flip side, when they get to speaking about, allegedly Illuminati, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever go on their side of the situation, everybody have a problem with the artist. So man, save my soul. Go into that for me, man, because I'm gonna say it 2 more times. Save my soul, save my soul. But I want them to go type in MpMadMax, save my soul, and go see what it is, man. But where you was mentally and spiritually with it, bar for bar, like how did that come? How did that come about?
Honestly, I'm just a person that I'm not a person that writes my music before going to the studio. I write my music as I'm listening to the music in the studio. Like I rap something and then I write the next line like that. So I do it that way. So when I made Save My Soul, at that point I'm just feeling like, I'm a lost individual because most of us are. Most of us
Come on,
are.
come on.
And I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual in a sense, and I do believe that there is a God. So I'm like, either way, all the problems we face every day, just financial, just growing up in the hood, you got PTSD. A lot of people don't know that, and I'm just like, man, we need our souls to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't realize that stuff is wrong with you until you become an adult and you're able to understand mentally, like I'm off. So I'm like, I know that I'm off in some way, but I don't. I just suffer from these mental things, and I know that there's a lot of people out there suffering like that. So that's why I be real strategic in my titles. I'm like, I know it's people right at that time period when I would drop that song. All I saw on my Facebook is people just talking about, man, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. And I know that's just something that a lot of black people face, and we're not able to talk about it because we're taught to like push through.
Man, come on.
So that was just like a mental illness awareness type title. That's why I named it that, and that's why I may not be rapping about mental illness, but I'm alluding to it. When I'm talking about certain stuff, it comes from being mentally ill. It's like anxiety and things like that. So I
Man,
just want people to know when they suffer from mental illness, they are not alone. Because I'm suffering too. It's a lot of people out here they don't know they suffering, but they are too.
nah,
So that's why I tried to go with that.
I felt that. I felt that, and I felt like a post that you had made, like a powerful post. I had to share it, and I think we kind of commented on it and everything too. It was just like, man, you don't really be knowing what people going through. I forgot exactly how the post was because you actually, man, you gave us a paragraph, some real shit. And it's like
Right.
when I get on here with positive messages, man, one time for your mind, 2 times for the ground. So man, people may be thinking, he ain't going through, but you don't even realize, like, man, I'm motivating myself, like I'm putting it together. You know what I'm saying? Battling demons,
Yeah.
fighting them. You know what I'm saying? And then still
Right.
like, getting up. It's certain days and times, even now. Like when I hit you up early, I'm like, shit, man, I'm just not waking up. Man, I got up by 7 still, like, man, trying to pull myself out of bed. It's thoughts going on. It's like, what's the next move, And RIP to Nipsey Hustle too, because later on in the
That's
discussion
right.
we may get into something, man, going on right now on YouTube about
That's
that.
why I got that.
Even with the marathon, even like with the
My
marathon, I saw
brother.
a certain interview with him, and it's like if you're not stressed out, if you're not feeling like it's resistant, if you're not like depressed, then you know what I'm saying, you're not even taking what's going along with getting to that vision. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like
That's
really
right.
soak all that in and to be able to hear that from somebody that is successful that's doing their thing. We need interviews like that. We need the background from there. So, man, respect to that man legacy, man, all day. You
For
know,
sure.
hell yeah. So when I see some of the posts and everything come up on Facebook, man, it was great to hear that you planning on maybe doing a podcast pretty soon. You know?
That's right.
So, I mean, what's some of the things you may speak on your podcast? I feel like that's a great way to push your music and push your brand as well, because since your music is registered, like in the beginning of your podcast, you had some of your music playing like even up until the
That's
point
right.
where to monetize it. Like that's what I'm big on is man being able to make money off everything that it is we doing. So what's
That's
some of the
right.
things they can expect to hear from your podcast?
Basically, that's really what I want to get into, just a mental illness aspect. And I'm gonna promote my music a little bit, but I'm just like an awareness type of person. I just want to bring awareness to these things people look over daily. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are struggling financially, mentally, in a lot of these different ways. I just want to be able to express some of the things that I'm dealing with, because I know it's somebody dealing with some of the same stuff I'm dealing with. And I just want to be able to just talk about stuff that people are afraid to talk about on these podcasts and stuff like that. Because I'm very open minded, and I just stand on what I believe in, no matter what. So I just feel like when it comes to like podcasts and things, you need people like that, because a lot of people are scared to get their platforms taken. I don't feel like I should be scared of that, because we all here for a message. So I shouldn't be scared to speak on something if that's how it is. What I see it as, I can speak on what I see it as, and I know it's people that relate to it, because they want to say it but they can't say it, and I'm like, I'm gonna say it. So that's why I want to do my podcast and just be open minded and share different thoughts about different things people don't usually talk about. Get into conspiracy theories and all that. So
For sure. See, that's
yeah,
another thing. Just like how you said, one thing about YouTube, man, and big shout out to YouTube because it's gonna be on YouTube. So, but I realized they got Patreon as well. They have
hmm,
and then too, like even with what we doing right now, like we can download the recording ourselves and then upload it, release it just like we would a song. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Be able to get it on XM radio stations and things like that. So that's one of the number one things, like even with New Age Black King platform that I'm really basing it on is to be able to get together and have these conversations. Because if we
hmm,
see people be saying like, man, you talking about it, man. Stop talking. We need to get out here and do something. But in the beginning was the word. Like, if we don't talk first, then we don't even know what we going and what we doing and who we can
that's right,
actually get together with and do things with. So that's even on the podcast thing. Even if certain discussions may not be able to be on YouTube, then we still have an opportunity to release it just like mute, just to get out here and put it to where it need to get to and
that's
push it. The
right,
same they pushing dope on us. We got to push hope. We got to push
that's
hope.
right,
Well, yeah. You know, on my end, like you said, the mental illness come in there because I don't feel like I'm gonna ever just be happy in this life I'm living. I'd rather my whole plan is to remain focused and remain motivated. But I mean, I ain't gonna be happy until the world right. The world ain't gonna never be all the way right as far as like peace wise
exactly.
and things like that, and people have a moral compass. But my purpose is, man, to help those that want to have a moral compass, that feel like, damn, it ain't no way to deal with all this demonic and player hating and wickedness that's going on in
That's right.
society, the world around us. You know what I'm saying? So on the music, what else can we be expecting, like coming, like is you finna stomp down and get in the studio for us, man, or because man, people loving the sound.
Yeah, like music wise, I'm always working on something. So, about 2 months from now, in the next 2 months or something, I may drop a song, and but I'm also working on a mixtape. So it just depends. I just kind of like watch how famous people dropping their views, and if it's a lot of people, famous people dropping on a certain day that I want to drop, I change my day so I can have more people to pay attention to my music, if that makes sense.
Nah, for
Because
real.
a lot of famous people, they compete with the other people in the game. They try to drop their stuff on the same day. I don't want to be like that. I feel like just I drop my stuff when I feel like it's the right time for me or for people to hear my music, or oh, they've been missing it. We want to hear something from you. So I'm like, I dropped something in February, so the time for me to drop is coming up soon. It could be this month, it could be next month, or it could be June, but it's gonna be one of those months.
That's a bit. Well, know this as well. Like when we starting to build up our teams and believe this, like I'm one of your teammates. Like whenever you choose to release, like just make sure that you have a campaign and everybody ready to run the play with you and everybody know their position, and then it's going to be a touchdown regard, like, because whatever type of success that you gain from it, that we gain from it, is all us being a collective team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either way, it's gonna hit just right. You know, now before we started getting this platform and getting the platforms that we have, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to be very, very strategic on when you dropping, because like you said, and then it's so many antics that go on in the world. Like, man, shout out to the baby. He just punched swung at one of his artists. It's so much going on that it will completely distract the people that we're looking for, because man, they always got something going on entertainment wise. Whether
Right.
it whether it's something that they're strategically doing to get in the blogs. That's why even when I blog on hip hop stuff, I try to choose what I'm blogging on, because I know it's more shit going on in my city. It's more stuff that need to be promoted and pushed out.
That's
So
right.
even on your music, like, man, tap in, holler at me, man. We're gonna develop something, and even on the advertising side of it, and then even getting everybody to share how they need to. I feel like
Yeah.
we gonna hack the matrix. Like, we really gonna fuck up some heads. They gonna still get their numbers. That's guaranteed. Everybody go stream your favorite artist.
It's
But what
enough
we
money out here for everybody though.
it's enough
That's
money
the
out here.
thing.
It's enough money out here, man. It's enough money out here. And then we are able to compete now because we able to release our own shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
That's right.
you use if you don't mind me asking, United Masters or TuneCore or like
TuneCore.
TuneCore? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So TuneCore work good for you.
It does. But my thing is the promotion. I feel like a lot of artists they have a hard time promoting their stuff because it's just so many people that do the same things. That's why a lot of times I am an artist, I'm a creator and whatever, but I don't just focus on the music. I do a lot of different stuff because it's so many people doing music. You literally have to break that matrix because a lot of people that do music.
Yeah.
So something have to be unique about you. I don't do antics. I don't really just shoot videos, which I'm working on videos. But so I have to have something that pulls. So I feel like I got the personality. I'll just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, like, you got Apple Music? And most of the time people gonna be like, yeah. And I type my shit in and they gonna look it up and
Yeah.
they gonna listen to it. Cause just cause you took the time to, listen to this. So most of the time that's what it's about. It's about networking. And it's about doing more things than one. Cause I don't want people to just focus on, she rap, or something like that. Oh, she's a gangster. I don't want people to think like that.
Yeah.
Which which it which I know is easy for me. I get that image, I do. But I don't just want people to just see me as that. On the other side, I'm a businesswoman. I make my money and it's not in the streets. I make money off the streets, but not in the streets. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No doubt. Hey,
So
that's what's up though. But like you just said, I'm gonna tell you something that I see over you, and I'm gonna go ahead and speak it over you. You know what I'm saying? It's a
right,
blessing and manifestation. Like, once you get your official video run going, where it's like you got something in the stash, you know what I'm saying? And you begin to like drop them. Number one thing in the game, like you said, it's a lot of artists, but everybody not spending their money, and everybody not spending the money that they need to spend it on strategically to put themselves out there. A lot of this thing is a money situation. Like, if a person
right,
want a lot of views or a lot of subscribers, they got to be willing to spend money in the right places. And a lot of people want to do everything organically, and I salute it. Like, that's,
uh-huh,
yeah, because you can build it and you can take your time and build it, and you're gonna have a solid foundation of day ones. Even if it take you 10 years to get 500 subscribers, they're gonna be down with you. But if a person can work a job and then finesse, don't con people or whatever, but if you can
that's
finesse
right.
into supporting, or like, look, they gotta understand, like, once they rocking with you as a person, like, even when you get your podcast going on, they're they're not just buying your products, man. They're supporting you and then buying into you to see where you're going with your manifestation. So
Investing.
even before, because I'm gonna always stand on what I'm on. So okay, boom. So somebody that's really rocking with you right now, that's a real
Mhm.
fan, a family member, whatever like that. Can you just run it down to them in order for them to get that real good medicine, that mental therapy, that mental awareness, that love, for them to get a song from you, walking us through financially, and you don't have to give us the full, just an estimate.
Uh,
Studio time, gas to get to the studio. You drinking water bottles. Like, we ain't gonna be too petty, but I'm a very petty individual. Like, I love every view I get. I love, yeah. So then you have to pay for studio time. You have to get it mixed and mastered and all that good stuff. And then, as you just said earlier, you don't just write like outside. You go into the studio, so you're paying for time and you're sitting there getting into your vibe, giving them every single bit of you, and then you have to go and then pay to get it actually released. And then if you shoot a
mhm.
video, you have to pay for the video and the visual. So for one song, let's keep it 1,000 with these people. You know what I'm saying? Just a estimate, and you can say a lower figure as well. You know what I'm saying? So how much does it cost for your fans to get one complete song from you
Okay, you saying like with the video and everything, right?
with the video and everything? And then I'm gonna add this as well, and for you to pay for advertising or maybe a Instagram post, because we all, like you said, some stuff be scams, some stuff don't be. But
Mhm.
say somebody has 2 million Instagram followers and they can post your post on their page, and you have an opportunity to get more followers. Like, if somebody really wants to see you grow and see you succeed and they love your music, how much money is it really gonna cost you to really do it for just one song?
Okay, see, your art really depends on what type of person you are. If you a cheap person, the shit you drop is gonna be cheap. So I think with everything said and done, you get a good video, like just a good studio session. It could easily be $2,500 if you wanna really just go all in just for one song. And sometimes the video is the most expensive part because they have to get all the details right with that.
No
So
doubt.
that's really the most expensive part. But the recording and all of that, the recording, sitting in the studio, writing all of that, that's something I can do every day. So I don't even count that as an expense. Cause when I do that, I'm thinking like this is my life. But the video is the only thing that is really like it's gonna be money that you think about spending. I don't think about that when I go to the studio. It's just like eating
No,
or
sure.
smoking a cigarette, buying cigarettes or buying gas or something like that. So I try to see it as that, so I don't count it as an expense. But it could easily be about 2,500 if you gonna count everything, 2,500 or more. It just depends on how you want your stuff to be. If you want it to be the best and the hardest, it's gonna be the most expensive.
Nah, for sure,
Granted,
sure.
yeah,
So I mean, like, and that's a roundabout figure, like you said, and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people got to realize is, and then even when an artist, I ain't gonna say forced to, but they decide to do a work for them and sign a record deal or sign with certain individuals. What people got to realize is those other individuals are putting their money in, so they have a say so on their artist, you know. And
that's right.
you don't have to speak on the Megan Thee Stallion situation, because, man, you know what I'm saying, like, business networking wise and everything, man. Speak it over. You might have an opportunity to work with Megan Thee Stallion, but even the situation that she facing with Carl Crawford and everything is the people that are fans and everything, like, I can agree with them. And I can agree with everybody on their standpoint, because I realize, like, I can't push my biases out on no platform. I done had to realize that the hard way with YouTube, because everybody had different opinions.
They
But
will block you.
what? So the thing about it is, when you looking at it like 1501 or Carl Crawford, like, no matter how many followers that you might have had, that's even like with me. If I sign with somebody or I do something with somebody, and then all of a sudden I go from 500 followers on Instagram to whatever magic they put to it, now I got 2.3 million followers, and now I can do shows. They actually they took me and they invested in me and they put me where I have to be. So
Right.
if y'all want an artist to really stand on principle, it's best for y'all to invest in their artists. And I'm speaking this. I'm glad I'm able to run it with MpMadMax on this because I see a lot coming from this individual. So if y'all want her to remain true to the people, then the people need to support into MpMadMax. The people need to message her, hey, we want to hear a song like this. Well, you goddamn right. Y'all investing and y'all sending donations and hitting the cash out as y'all should. And then if you have clothing, shoot her some clothing. And then, she's wearing the clothing. We got to see people come up together with artists. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You're not just getting some type of artist that come out of left field. That's why I said about the money wise. That's why I'm getting right back to the money. Because if you spent the right money or whatever, like you can get the streams that you know what I'm saying. That's nothing. You
And
feel me?
you can buy, like a lot of people don't know this, but I think a lot of famous people have bought their followers. A lot of people will say, "Oh, that's a fake follower," and all of that. That's fake and all of that bullshit. But when you come to think about it, though, people will see you have a lot of followers and just click follow or just listen to your music just because you have a lot. It don't matter if they real or not. They're not going through your shit to see, oh, is this person real? Because it don't fucking
Come on,
matter. You got you got a million followers. That's what
come
people
on,
see. They not seeing, oh, she paid for this. You know how many famous people have paid for followers?
man. That's what
Because
they do.
they
That's
do
what they
that. People
do.
do that. People do
Look, I
that.
will look myself, man. I take 500 face subscribers right now if I can get if some real people can see them and I get 8 real subscribers, man. Yeah, for the numbers you down, yeah. So that's what I'm saying too. Like a lot of these SoundCloud artists, a lot of people popping out of nowhere and shit like that. Man, a lot of this is not organic. I'm not hating the hustle. I salute the hustle, but
Right.
you feel me? So you know what I'm saying? But that's where, like you said, like even trying to compete with a Lil Durk or somebody with an engine behind them, like nah. It's best like how you're doing, man, to stay true to your art and everything like that because you have an engine behind you, whether you know it or
That's
not, and
right.
it's an engine being created for you and a platform and everything being created for you. So I mean, even coming into 2023, I'm already seeing like over 10, 15,000 views on your official videos, like within the first few days or weeks when they are released. You know what I'm saying?
I
So it's
receive that,
just
brother. I
come on.
receive it.
Nah, for real though. So it's really finna go down. Yeah, Tyrell Bell, he hit me up, man. He want to get on here with us as well.
Man, put him on here, man. It's
He
okay.
got the link. He got the link, but I'm already knowing like he trying to put on some. He know what the business. He know what's going on. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah, it's all good because I'm that type of person. I share my platform. I don't care nothing about I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, it's all about me. No. In a relationship I am. But when it comes to stuff
Come
like
on,
this, like yeah.
come on, man. Let me see what Humber said. Wait for my neck get wild to get charged up. He try. Hey, he want us to
Man, I got a white t-shirt on, man.
come on. Hey, come on, man. But okay, boom. So so when are you planning on going on, man? Going on, jumping out there, probably starting on your podcast, or at least like releasing like certain views and everything that you have, and going on and opening your mouth because your statuses is on point, but it's gonna hit so much differently for them to be able to see you doing it and being able to work your muscle like that.
Uh well, I'm working on my introduction right now. I already like started recording it, but I'm teaching myself how to edit and just do all of that because just like we was just talking about, I'm an organic person. I want to do it and it be real. I'm like, I don't want to put too many filters and stuff on it because I want people to feel it like it's raw. Just how I do my music. My music is I leave it kind of raw. mix and master it, but I don't do it all the way. And that's for a certain thing because I want you to feel my voice at a certain point in time. I don't need no makeup on my voice and all of that. I want people to feel me, the actual me. And I feel like that's what gets you further. So I'm gonna do my podcast that same way. It's gonna be the real me. Yeah, I might bleep my cuss words or something like that, but you're gonna know what I'm saying. You gonna know what I mean.
So, for
So
sure.
I'm already working on my introduction. So that'll be that'll be coming out the first or second week in May.
Okay, okay. So you really got it working. You really
Hmm.
doing it, man. I like that. I like that. I can't bullshit with you. You know what I'm saying? I know Tyrell Bell. He work on his podcast as well. So with that, I'm working on like Black culture conversations. So I'm gonna ask you about this because this actually going on in Black culture right now as we speak. So I don't know like how tuned in you really be with like just the YouTube and YouTubers and everything like
Uh,
that.
I'm a
But
YouTuber.
something recently came out, you know what I'm saying? You got DJ Academics, 6ix9ine, Hassan Campbell, and then you had WAG 100 on there and everything. So things went left on them. I'm gonna say things went
Yeah.
left. So the reason why I'm speaking on it right now is because certain things I ain't gonna really speak on what they said about Nipsey Hussle. Cause man, on my platform, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I have my
It's
own.
all respect for him over here. He the
It's all
reason I got my face tattoo. I ain't gonna never talk down on him.
square business.
He did
Okay,
a lot
but
for a lot of people.
on these two individuals though. Okay,
Hmm.
so WAC 100 was on a phone conversation with this gentleman, you know, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how I feel. I feel like both of them wrong completely. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the reason why I feel like Hassan Campbell was wrong is because man, I understand that you want to expose WAC 100. I understand you want to cut him down, but it just was a messed up move to even cause any type of to even have Nipsey Hussle name and everything involved in it.
Right.
And just like you don't have to go in depth, you know what I'm saying? I already know you know how to speak and maneuver, but like, man, how you feel about that? Like, even with these guys recording each other phone conversations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, shout out to Mo3, cause it was funny as hell when Mo3 used to record phone conversations. Like, man, I recorded it, man. Listen to this bitch. I knew he was going for bullshit, so I recorded and everything.
Yeah.
But man, how you feel about it? Cause I'm knowing like everybody done been on the phone and said shit about something that's going on that should not be public.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
and that's honestly how I feel. If I'm on the phone with you, I'm talking to you. Just like I would feel a certain way if I'm on speaker and I don't know that I'm on speaker. I don't want to say certain stuff around people. And granted, a lot of people are like that. I don't feel like you should ever record nobody's phone conversation because I'm just a person. If you ask me if I said something, I'm gonna say I said it anyway. Because I'm not a fearful of anyone. That because I feel like God put me here for that to speak out on indiscretion and say what I feel and not have no remorse. You don't have to. If
nah,
I'm
for real.
not, you can. I feel like you can address people or say something that they did that was messed up without disrespecting them as a person, talking about their character. I don't never feel right in demolishing nobody's character, but WAC 100, to me, him, DJ Academic, they are clout chasers.
Come
They
on.
are. And yeah, granted, I understand the other guy about calling people out when they wrong and all of that, but at granted, it's a certain time and a place for everything. So I feel like Nipsey Hussle is a dead man. Nobody should even be bringing him up. He's dead. Let people rest in peace when they're dead. I don't feel like
Man,
if you're gonna talk about him, you should be saying just don't put his name in no BS. You should be talking about what he did with the marathon, what he was finna do, opening shopping stores and all of this, what he was finna do with the pharmaceutical industry. He was finna expose them. Talk about that. Stop
man,
talking about bullshit that he can't even defend himself on that nobody even really cares about. Just to be honest, I feel like these people just want clout. They want to be seen, and that's just another one of those antics people do to stay
he
seen.
said,
Wack 100 is just one of those people. He want to stay in the mix, so he will do anything. That's why he even supports 6ix9ine. That's his
man,
manager and all of that, just to stay because 6ix9ine will forever be in people's eyes. People can talk shit about them. him all they want. Yep, he a snitch, all of that, but I don't respect no snitching and all of that. But he do the numbers musically. If you get on his YouTube, you cannot say he don't do numbers. He do. He do
Look,
numbers.
they ran a major play. I'm gonna say, man, Hassan DJ Academics first and foremost, because that's why I'm building my platform, not to be able to twist the narrative like them, but to be like, okay, let's say MpMadMax finna release her album. So boom, we finna bring up on the platform. We finna do this. We finna do that. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna get all the eyes over here. So I mean, like you said, really and truly, I hate they did that with Nip. Like, cause all of them could be playing the game of. We don't know
They
what's
all
going on
could. We don't know.
in the situation. Nah, man. Like,
Never.
yeah,
Just like the slap with Will Smith. We don't know if
we
that was
don't know,
planned or
man.
not. That could have
We
just
don't
been his
know.
downfall because a lot of it, I can't get too much into it, but a lot of famous African American people have been brought to their downfall for one thing. And we don't even know if any of that stuff happened. I'm not saying it didn't or did, but I'm just saying the people that are not in the music industry and not in that industry, we don't know what's going on. All of this shit could be a matrix or a wool over our eyes, all of it.
Nah,
So
for
that's
real.
how I think with everything.
For
All of
real,
this
for
could
real.
just be to get our attention, and it ain't even the real thing that needs to get our attention. So
Crazy, man. And it's crazy
I don't
what people,
glorify no bullshit. I don't glorify no bullshit. This bullshit is just bullshit. That's how I feel.
man, let a person rest. Like, let a person rest if when they pass on, and let people have the great memories they have of them, because they even have, certain things they got coming out about, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
not
but
worth, that's not worth nobody talking about, because
yeah,
when nobody saying it when he was alive, you
y'all
feel
scared of these people. That's why y'all waiting until they die. Y'all scared. If
me?
if
Coming
I
back
felt
out,
the
you
way
be
about a
proud.
person, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell nobody in the media to make them spread a false narrative. I'm gonna tell straight up you. Just like Snoop Dogg. Do he ever speak about him and Tupac beefing? Tupac didn't even fuck with Snoop Dogg like that, but he don't never say nothing negative about Snoop Dogg
Never, never, never. And
because that's
shout out
how it
to Snoop
should be. He
Dogg.
did.
Hey, I'm glad you brought him up. Yeah, you'll be an incredible podcast. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, because if it's true what's going on, like with Death Row, that he supposed to be like getting ownership or have some stuff coming out, that's like a perfect example. Him and Jay-Z, like they like perfect examples of surviving the music
Master
industry.
P too.
Master P. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Master P. Of
Mm-hmm.
course Jay Prince. Of course Jay Prince.
Jay
But
Prince for sure.
yeah, but it's rapper wise, like for Snoop Dogg to be in that era with Tupac, and I still remember the interview, what I'm saying, where Tupac was kind of saying a lot of stuff, maybe about the powers that be, or maybe about the situation. And Snoop Dogg
Right.
had his head on, was kind of looking like, man, you can't keep it too real, you know.
Right.
That's what some people not really understanding when they get into the actual industry, and then you get to making money with these particular people. That's what I'm saying too. What fans got to realize, like, people want to eat off their dream. People want to
They
live their
do.
dream. So when you got these rappers and the individuals, man, support them if y'all can, because once they start signing certain contracts, it's not about sacrifice. It's not about this type of stuff, but it's about this right here. Like, you're locked in with certain type of powerful people.
And you have to
So,
follow their rules at a certain point. If you sign to somebody that's why I push being independent because signing to somebody, okay, you maybe can do what you want because you're just grown, but in a sense, you can't just do what you want because you signed to somebody. So I push being independent. You can keep all your money. You don't need you still have to handle your PR right, but you can keep all your money and
yeah,
see you can basically live how you want to live in to a certain extent. So now I push being independent because I feel like everybody should have 100% of their music rights. Like Young Dolph, he was big with that. He was independent. You know what I'm saying? He was like one of those people. He keep most of his money, or he had his masters, or however you want to put it. Have all your masters independent. You could be signed to somebody, but just make sure you own your masters.
Nah,
because
for real.
at a certain time you're gonna be owing them and you're not gonna have the money to give them. So
Oh,
that's how I feel. I push being independent. I'd rather spend it out my own pocket, take it from myself, and I know how much I don't have then. Because when you paying somebody, that's basically when you sign to a label, that's credit. That's credit. All them cars and shit they got, that's credit. All that. You know what I'm
all
saying?
that.
So nah, be
It look
independent if you
real
can
good. It
do it.
look real good. It look incredible for the cameras, though. I'm gonna keep it 100
Right.
with you. That's just
Exactly.
like an independent artist. If y'all got the right finesse and you got the right mouthpiece, which is you should, but man, I go tap in with some jewelers and then shit just holler at them to get some jewelry for a show or for you know what I'm saying because
Right.
a lot of this stuff is man, it look good. It look incredible. You know what I'm saying? Even for the Instagram photos, like we were saying a while ago, like it make perfect sense to me because it's like even if certain big artists or big labels are paying for followers or paying for likes or whatever, it makes sense for them not to post as often. Like, shit,
Right.
yeah, if we're gonna spend $1,000 on each post that you make to make you look a certain type of way, hell nah, like, yeah, make a post with these shoes on, with this right here. Yeah, go ahead and then make that one post. We're gonna spend 1,000 on that. You're gonna get 100,000 regular likes from real people once they already see that another 100,000 people have liked it.
Exactly.
Come on,
Exactly.
it's
Cause
price.
that's a finesse. That's a finesse. Like because people they not going through your followers like unless they just a damn hater. But ain't nobody just going through your stuff like, oh, she bought these. Nobody doing that. These people buy followers, they buy likes, they have fake money, like they have prop money in their
Prop
videos.
money, prop
While
money.
people be thinking that shit is real money, it's not. They use prop money. That's what a lot of famous people use prop money in their videos.
For
So
real.
at the end of the day, it's not about what you got. It's about what you can make it look like. You can make anything look like a lot. Literally, if you got $100, you can have 100. That's one bill, or you can have 100 ones, and that look like a lot of money. A
Nah,
hundred ones look like a lot of money, and it's not.
it's not.
So when it boils down to it, it's all about how you play it, how you make it look. Because if you already authentic, no way they gonna think, oh, this money is not even real money in this girl's video. If you just push that authentic image, they gonna think everything you do is real.
That's
So
what it is.
that's what it's all about.
That's what it is, man. I'm telling you, but like you said, man, we pushing that independence. That's why I scream Louisiana Purchase, because and we need sponsors too, man. Whoever
That's
viewing
right.
this, man, artists, individuals need sponsors because that's really what the big labels and everything have too. That's why when people make certain type of mistakes, it costs them a lot of money because they're not making as much money as y'all think they making off of music. They making money and stuff off
Exactly.
sponsorship, off
And they
certain type of
streams,
advertising. You feel
yeah.
me? So I
Because
mean, once you
streams don't pay a lot. People think people get a lot off streams off Apple, but nah, these people are buying their own music because streams are only cents per one person. So that's why a lot of artists they push that and they say go listen to it. I don't ask people to buy my music. I say go listen to it. Because the more you listen to it, I can get paid. I just need enough people to listen to it. The rest is gonna work out by itself.
they
So
gotta
that's
open
why I
their
just
eyes
push
up.
listening to it.
They gotta open their eyes up. Like, yeah, like if you rocking with MpMadMax, if you got a playlist or something that's playing, like add her to the playlist because we not really paying attention. That's even like when I ride with my old lady, man. Shout out to Ryan Wade, shout out to Lucci. But they getting so many streams because people are listening to the exact same stuff every single day. Why
They
not
do.
listen? Why not squeeze one of the artists or people that you know into the mix and then they get at least each day, at least 2-3 times out the day while you riding, they getting the stream off of what you getting because a lot of these people
Exactly.
in no type of way are they ever going to help you or support you in any type of way. But if you
Right.
rock out with some of these underground artists, then they actually can give back to you, and in a way they're gonna feel obligated to give back to you or do for their community or do certain things when they
Cause
reach
I
a
feel
certain.
obligated already. I feel obligated already. It's my. I feel like that's my purpose. It's to like not on in a Moses type of sense, like guide people, but just guide people to just know that you can be different from other people. Cause I'm different. I was in the whole music group. I was the most different one in the group. I was a girl. and I was gay. And I'm like, I want people to know, hey, you can do the same thing this person do or that person do. It don't stop just because you got this that you think is a flaw and that you think it's a flaw, but other people see it as something beautiful. So make it something. Do something with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted my style to be so different. I always get compared to Young and May, and I don't know if it's because I look like her or my personality is like her, but my music is similar to hers, but I feel like my music is also very different from hers. You know what I'm saying? Because I could go bar for bar with you. And she can go bar for bar with you, but she tell a story. I don't always tell a story. Sometimes you gotta just make what people like. Sometimes. But you still gotta be true to you.
Got to. With that being said, I want, man, the people that's rocking with you and everything. What I want you to do is, man, I want you to tap in with Young MA. Excuse me, let a real nigga speak. Excuse me. I want you to tap in with Young MA management and everything. And I want to see how much it's gonna cost, man, for us, for the people that's rocking with you, to be able to hear that, man, to be able to hear, you know what I'm saying? You and MA put together an incredible project together, you know what I'm saying? And then
That's right.
however much it is, you know, shit. We ain't gotta make no go. We're gonna make a spiritual ghetto GoFundMe. And then, man, I want people to, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, drop the cash. I don't care if I gotta make a video, say, man, we finna make this right here happen for, you know what I'm saying, for the South, for the hip hop. Man, let's
Right.
get it. However much it is that she charging for the verse and for the official video. You know what I'm saying? We don't want just
Right.
we want the verse, and we want y'all to be able to link in doing the official video, and you know what I'm saying, be able to do it how it go. Be able to do it how it go.
That's what it's all about.
No, for
That's
sure.
what it's all about when it comes down to it. Just it does support. I just feel like support means way more when it's coming from people that I do know. Cause people that don't know you, even though they support you without bias, it just feel more authentic when it's like people that I do know. Cause I'm like, man, you know me, you know the real me, and you still support me. That means a lot. So
Man, for real.
that's what it's all about.
And to be able to see the growth, man. But
Yeah.
look, man, before we get off, man, shout out to Tyrell Bell. He gonna be able to, man. We all gonna link in together, you know what I'm saying? But before we get off, man, is anything else you want to leave, man, the audience with, and also tell them where they can find you at on social media and everywhere.
All right. Well, I just want y'all to know the music is coming, and when it comes, just be ready. It's gonna keep coming. Ain't no stop. So I got two Instagrams. You can hit me on there. It's MpMadMax official _ That's my Instagram. And I'm on the Legible Studios Instagram. That's my clothing line Instagram. So just tap into all that. And I got a lot more coming, and we ain't stopping. We taking over for the South. So
Nah, for sure. So, I mean, y'all already know. Make sure y'all tap in, lock in, man. One time for your mind, two times for the grind, three times just cause it rhyme, man. Y'all already know. I wake up.